it like rocket fuel.
It is loud and it is wet here, Coach, as we welcome you inside CenturyLink Field on a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle, Washington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Seattle Seahawks. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining this first quarter.
Good job right there. Good job right there. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Check. Crunch. 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 Kill. 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 Kill.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll run on first down. It's Berry. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line.
Safety screaming.
They'll try the left side. It's Berry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down now, it's Berry, and this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Now Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Wilson to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Nigel Bradham. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball out of the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
No yardage.
Okay.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
DK Metcalf, incomplete. Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
2 seconds to go, first quarter. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Play action. Now Wilson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
Do you almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Check, check. Ram. Deuce. Rip. Check 37.
From the 16, Wentz. And Diggs has it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Check 52. Jim.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Lefty. No. Rush in. Check. Kill. Hey, we're good.
Now this time, Wentz will throw. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on a sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Let's go. Rip on 2 on here. You better be afraid of me.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside what one of my college coaches used to call the briar patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people after the catch.
Watch out. Check 15. Check it.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception.
Quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Berry. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 2nd down now, it's Berry. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Mike 51. Hey, watch your lane. Cut. Mike 51.
Now Wilson on first down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Everson Griffin able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Wilson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. and this will be a 45-yard attempt. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Here's Wentz to throw. Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Sunday. Tuesday.
Again, it's Wentz. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 88 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
They're going to 88. Single. Kill. 58.
To throw is Wentz. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. He'll let it go deep for Foster. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Mike 51. In your face. Check
They'll keep it on the ground. Barry. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Hey, we got to get this ball. Let's get moving. Ball trot. Mike 51. Mike 51.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Check 9. Ram. Hey, empty.
Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, but now it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Switch. Check three. Check nickel.
Working from the gun, Wentz. It's complete to Diggs. They find some open field here. They give him a gain of 38.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Wentz going to throw, and he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Wentz now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Run. Check safety. Motion backfield. Right there, 54, right there, 54. Watch the screen. Pass.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. And his kick is indeed good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
On first down, it's Barry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Throwing is Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Wilson on target there to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Now again, right side. It's Barry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in a touchdown. Sandler. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.